All right, welcome back to News Gang, and just recapping that breaking story that we gave you before the break. Omar Boga has clinched that ticket for ODM in the Msambweni by-election that's slated for 15th of December. Boga got 6,183 votes against his closest challenger, Nicholas Zani, 530 votes. So that means that Omar Boga will be flying the ODM flag in that by-election, and I think, as Yvonne, you were mentioning, that's likely to be another battlefield, as we have already seen telltale signs that the disgruntled side of Jubilee will be supporting an independent candidate, right?
Yeah.
Very
Faisal?
interesting. Yeah, Faisal. It will be very interesting. In fact, there's a tweet here at 7:02 p.m. by the Deputy President. These are interesting times indeed, that working from Jubilee headquarters, where I'm the duly elected Deputy Party Leader, is considered news. Obviously, it was going to be news because the fact that the DP, together with members of Parliament allied to him, went there. They don't go there every other day, and how they went there is also a story for discussion.
And if they didn't want us to know, they would have gone there without us knowing. But
you see, also, but in relation to the same, Joe, I think this is a very, very important part of the interview that the President did with France 24 about dissolution of Parliament, which was ordinarily going to, or was being used as a very good avenue for eliciting another contest, especially in Jubilee, you know, an inter-Jubilee kind of contest. And he seems to suggest that dissolution of Parliament is not an option he's considering.
Now the question, he's asked for Parliament to be dissolved. Are you going to do that?
I don't really think I want to comment on that, because that is a matter that's now back again in court. And in Kenya, you know, for us, so long as matters are before a court, we don't want to comment. We will wait and see the outcome of the case in court, and I think that then will determine the way forward.
Right, but that's not what you would like to do, obviously.
It's not what I would like to do, but it is an option that has been put, as you said, by the Chief Justice. So we wait to see what the outcome of the court process will produce, and that then will be the time to decide which is going to be the way forward.
Yes, if there won't be that contest in terms of repeat parliamentary elections, there is another looming contest, the BBI contest. And you have seen the explanation from both sides. One side, the handshake team, supports the BBI process and the amendments to the Constitution. And the President also in that interview talking about creating a process that will end up in an inclusive government once the elections are conducted. That is one side of the discussion. But on the other hand, you've seen those who are opposed to that BBI process, because it is going to breed an avenue for a contest. They're asking whether it is necessary. Have you seen those memes that have been done with somebody carrying a bag of potatoes? You know, we call them beba beba in Marikiti. And somebody asking, does this guy need mkokoteni or does he need BBI? So can tell you already once again, the dichotomy between the pro-BBI and the anti-BBI. And from now, henceforth, until we get to the elections in August 2022, it will be one contest after another.
And you talk about wheelbarrows and mkokotenis and Linus. We have seen quite some wheelbarrows. Actually, the DP even rode in one of them. And the wheelbarrows are very fast becoming symbols of our politics. I think it was actually that noise.
Yeah, it is. Yes, in politics, symbolism is big. And it could be a wheelbarrow. And in Kenya, for a long while, it was things like helicopters. It was things like sports utility vehicles, very expensive ones. We're now seeing the big roadshow vehicles. In American politics, for example, you would see presidential candidates carrying babies. They suddenly become very, very good. What do you call them?
Nannies.
Nannies. They can handle babies and all that. Politicians like to choose things that can appeal to the emotion of the voter. And I think with DP William Ruto choosing the wheelbarrow here, remember before the wheelbarrows came, there were tanks as well, water tanks. What else was there? There was a bench at some point.
And those dryers in the suburbs.
Hair dryers,
yeah, dryers and all that. There'll be a lot of equipment, especially moving ones. But I just don't know how far you can go after the wheelbarrow. So, but there'll be something else between now and 2022. Because this is what politicians do. All that is aimed at rallying the vote, appealing to the voter.